Good evening. Now, before we do our show tonight, as a special treat for the women in our audience, we're going to do a special cut-in with NBC's correspondent in Saudi Arabia, Arthur Kent, or, as he's now known, Arthur the Scud Stud. Okay, let's go to Arthur right now. Arthur, is there anything to report?
Well, John, there's been no Scud missiles to report tonight. Things are basically pretty quiet here. Pretty much a lull in the action right now. John?
Yes, Arthur. I do have a question, something I've wanted to know for the last couple of weeks. Arthur, why do you stand like that?
Well, I'm comfortable this way, John.
Comfortable. All right, okay. Well, why do you wear a leather jacket in the desert, Arthur?
It just makes me look and feel tough, John.
Okay, I can understand that. Well, what do you see happening in the next few weeks of the war?
Well, I'm hoping for a job as a TV news anchorman in a nice town where the women don't wear veils.
Well, thank you. That was Arthur Kent, the Scud Stud. We now return with our regularly scheduled programming.
This is Almost Live, a show that never panders to ephemeral-minded corporealists or to Procrustean misopolemics of Pantagruelian truculence. Almost Live is not an affectational or contumelious miscellany of altriophagy. No, it is simply a show that is exactly what it appears to be, a dithyrambic harlequinade. And now, here he is.
John.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, you know, I got to say that we've all been through, you got to say it's been a really weird week. You tend to forget about things that seemed important before the war started, like, for example, the Super Bowl tomorrow. I mean, you hardly notice. And, I think this one could be good because Denver's not in it, and, the margin of victory might be less than 150 points, What did they lose by last year? I don't know, 3,000 points, something. I don't know. Everybody just wants to, get it over with. They want to get the Super Bowl over with. No parties. The big advertisers, they've all pulled their spots. So I guess they'll probably fill in those with you'll see a bunch of ads for the Clapper. That's what you're going to see, a lot of those. I don't know, that's going to be on there. The Goodyear blimp, Goodyear blimp, this is true, has to stay 3 miles away because they're afraid that the Iraqis might have rented that movie that was out about 10 years ago, with Bruce Dern, as the berserk blimp pilot, Might have got some ideas. The halftime entertainment this year, Vanilla Ice is going to be the halftime entertainment. Well, I'd hate to see anything happen to him. Whoa. What a national tragedy. Oh. Hope nothing happens to Vanilla, But, there are some other ways that the game itself is going to be changed. And if you even bother to watch the Super Bowl tomorrow, you should be prepared to see these changes. For example, Bud Bowl 3 is going to be replaced by Scud Bowl 1. There's going to be special reports from a disoriented Bernard Shaw hiding under the bench in the locker room. Okay, this is a very important new rule. Quarterbacks can only be sacked according to the rules of the Geneva Convention. Okay, each team is going to have to add British and Kuwaiti and French players, and the Japanese are going to have to pay for the Gatorade. Okay, got that out. Okay, from now on, all passes will be referred to as sorties. If Buffalo gets a big lead, the Giants coach, Bill Parcells, will go into an underground bunker. Also, so as not to offend the Saudis, cheerleaders will wear veils. And finally, defensive teams may use Patriot missiles to shoot down field goal attempts. So, be prepared. Just be prepared for that. Vanilla Ice, halftime entertainment. Just be prepared for that. Hate for anything to happen to Vanilla. Okay, anyway, but with all the changes in the world in the past few weeks, it makes a lot of us wish, I think, for an earlier, simpler time, a time when remember when our TV heroes could solve any problem? So we thought it would be a good idea to bring back an episode of Seattle's favorite superhero from the 50s. A lot of you probably remember this, from the old Jet City, as we used to call it. Stand by for Jet Guy.
It's Jet Guy, action hero who flies free of the bounds of gravity. Jet Guy. He's insurance actuary Guy Morris, who fights for truth and justice with a jet and a jacket. Fly with him now as he lives the adventures of Jet Guy. Last week on Jet Guy, an invasion of giant crab monsters from Venus was repelled by Jet Guy and his amazing electro-laser gun. This week on Jet Guy, the invisible shield.
Good work against the giant alien crab monsters, Jet Guy.
Thanks, Professor.
I have a new weapon for you in your fight against crime.
Great. What is it?
It's this, an invisible shield pack. When you're wearing it, type in 7448-3518. An impenetrable shield forms around you. Watch.
Amazing.
Hey! Someone's robbing the bank!
I gotta go.
Good luck, Jet Guy.
Thanks.
Don't forget 7448-3518.
Right.
These crooks are about to get a crash course in justice with my invisible shield. Let's see, 447, 7, I know there's a 7. 7448, that's it, 7448-3518.
Next week on Jet Guy, the revenge of Jet Guy.
Jet Guy, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back. And now it's time for Fun Facts About the Super Bowl, brought to you by the NRA.
The first 2 Super Bowls were won by Green Bay. And remember, when cleaning your gun, be sure to turn the barrel away from the older folks.
This has been Fun Facts About the Super Bowl, brought to you by the NRA.
Well, that was fun. God, that Michelle Pfeiffer is incredible. Her lips are so great.
Yeah, I guess.
God, well, listen, it's kind of late. I better get going.
Oh, well, thanks for the movie.
You bet. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Are skinny lips ruining your love life? Ever wish you had a full, luscious, pouty mouth like Michelle Pfeiffer or Cher?
Sure. But I can't afford to spend thousands on collagen injections. Besides, I hate shots.
You need the Pout Paddle.
Wow.
New from Swellco, the Pout Paddle is fast, fun, and gives you fat lips for hours, all for just $19.95.
How does it work?
It's easy. Just grasp the handle firmly and then whack your mouth briskly till your lips pump up 5 times their normal size. Later.
Did I mention it?
I love
Check out the babe with the lips.
No more lonely nights for me, thanks to Pout Paddle.
Get your Pout Paddle today.
Yes, the incredible Pout Paddle can help you get over those nagging little feelings of inadequacy that we all have from time to time. But what about the other physical deficiencies? You know what I mean. The occasional spare tire, a weak chin, perhaps a little thinning on top. Well, don't worry. At Swellco, we have everything you need to look as good as you feel, and we won't charge you an arm and a leg. For example, if you put on a little extra weight over the holidays and are considering liposuction to get rid of some of that fat, consider this. You have to go to a hospital where a doctor you don't even know is going to charge you thousands of dollars. Why not do it yourself in the privacy of your own home with our personal version, the Gut Buster? Simply attach the portable unit by following the simple instructions, then turn it on, and the Gut Buster does the rest. You're free to talk to friends, watch TV, or simply relax. Just remember to empty the storage bag periodically, and the Gut Buster will give you the body you've always wanted. The Gut Buster. You can suck your way to a new you. Now, Now here's a problem that could cost a bundle to fix through surgery: a weak chin. Let's face it, we're not all blessed with the perfect profile, but now you can make your own with our incredible chin putty. You simply attach to your own chin, as I'm doing, and you have the chin of your dreams. You start with the standard, Mel Gibson. There, see? Mel Gibson. Or you can add a dimple for the Travolta look. There. And for a full lino, here's a tip: just buy 2. Now, for all you guys out there, does this scene look familiar?
Greg, you're just disgusting. If you don't get rid of that beer belly, I swear, I'm hitting the road. I'm leaving you, Greg.
How many times have you heard that? Well, now you can have a real washboard stomach instantly. How? By using a real washboard. Just wear it under your shirt, and you might find this happening.
Go ahead. Hit me. Hit me right there. Real hard. Right in the stomach. Hit me.
Greg.
Now hit me with this.
Oh.
Go on. Go on.
Really? Oh, honey,
All right. Now, ladies, you know there's no good way to remove unsightly leg hair. Razors nick, depilatories are messy, and waxing burns. So we say, why fight it? Simply cover up that hair with our ultra-smooth leg masks. They're anatomically molded to fit over your own legs. These leg masks give you that I just shaved and I feel great movie star look. Speaking of unsightly hair, how many of you men suffer from Ed Asner syndrome or excess back hair? If you do, you know what a turnoff it can be for the women. Well, your troubles are over with the shag snag. Simply apply the shag snag to your back, press firmly, then quickly peel off. The few moments of excruciating pain will pay for themselves many times over when you live life as a smooth-backed man. Now here's a different kind of problem. Too little hair. Like me, some of you may have just a slightly thinning out. Some of you may be slightly thinning out on top. But hair transplants are expensive and painful. What do? Not to worry. Now you can order a complete set of architectural blueprints to build your own Dan Lewis Wonder Hair. Like the original, your Dan Lewis hair will be hard enough to resist scratching and scuffing, and you'll look just like a dashing TV news personality. But if you're not a handyman, Swellco has just the thing to build your self-esteem. It's our new book, 1001 Photos of Men Who Are Uglier Than You. Here's what it did for one customer.
I'd always thought I wasn't very attractive till I got my copy of 1001 Photos of Men Who Are Uglier Than You. Within the first few pages, I saw pictures of guys who made me want to throw up. By the time I got to number 258, I felt great. Thanks, Swellco.
No, thank you. And finally, what says success more graphically than a deep, rich tan, the kind that costs a fortune to maintain? You don't have that kind of money, but you don't need to have it with our remarkable new Porta-Tan. Just strap it on, and you can develop that healthy George Hamilton look anywhere, even at the office. So the next time you think you can't afford to look good, think again. Think Swellco.
And now it's time for Fun Facts About the Super Bowl, brought to you by the NRA.
In 1969, Joe Namath led the New York Jets to an upset victory over the Colts. And remember, hunting is less cruel than nature's way, in which overpopulation leads to slow, tortuous death by starvation. I've got pictures if you want to see them.
This has been Fun Facts About the Super Bowl, brought to you by the NRA.
Almost Live presents Vanishing Seattle. Take a last look at amazing things that will soon be gone forever. People flock from miles around to the intersection of 2nd and Marion to see the amazing street corner with no espresso cart. our cameras go to Boeing, plane maker to the world. Everything seems to be business as usual at the Lazy Bee. But what's this? It's Bob Rogers, the alert Boeing worker. Bob baffles his co-workers by staying awake for 8 hours a day and actually working. But for truly incredible news, we now turn to Delbert Loader, a Seattle man who makes this startling claim.
I've never had Thai food.
This is the amazing man who has never eaten Thai food. Speaking of food, here's Seattle's last cookie that costs less than $1. That's serious money to Ron Kepler, the last person who keeps enough change to get an hour on a downtown parking meter. We'll check back later with Ron. Young Kevin Anderson is a straight A student who is going to WSU for an unusual reason.
Now, why have you chosen to go to Washington State University?
I just want to get a good education.
A rare breed indeed. How's Ron doing now? He's past 45 minutes, but the coins are going fast. There it is. $50 later, he's got a whole hour to kill. Mrs. Edna Stoller has found an interesting article in the Seattle Times. Truly a one-of-a-kind item. And it's money that makes Linda Turkendorf super special. Listen.
Well, if I see something that's really cute and I really like it a lot, but I can't afford it, I just don't buy it.
That's right. Linda is the last woman who doesn't owe Nordstrom's money. You saw it here for the last time on Vanishing Seattle.
Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Metro plans to expand its Renton sewage treatment plant. Work will begin as soon as they can determine where the old plant ends and Renton begins. In a related story, Linwood is trying to determine where its downtown is. City officials think they've found it somewhere between a mini-mart and a Taco Time. Because of a public outcry, Metro will stop giving away year-end bonuses to its managers. Many of the managers say the cut in pay will be so devastating to their incomes that they'll actually have to take the bus to work. Because of a new law, public areas of the state capitol will be patrolled for smokers. Those caught will be sent to Mr. Gardner's office. Woodmont residents were asked in a poll if they favor incorporating into Des Moines or Federal Way, with Des Moines winning 62 to 9%. Asked if they would rather be hit upside the head with a mallet or join Federal Way, the results were 62 to 9 for the mallet. The Seattle Times devoted a whole section to buttermilk. A spokesman for the Times apologized to the readers, saying the buttermilk coverage would have been more in-depth, but there's a war on. The Tukwila Arts Commission dedicated a new abstract painting by local artist William Cumming. The painting will be on display in the lobby of the Tukwila Sizzler. State legislators voted to retain death by hanging as an execution option. It barely beat out death by continuous listening to K-Lite. Finally, an environmental group suggested that out-of-work loggers move to the Puget Sound area to find work. The loggers had some suggestions for the environmentalists, something about ways to find chainsaws in the dark. This has been the John Report. Thank you, and good night.
And now it's time for Fun Facts About the Super Bowl, brought to you by the NRA.
The Pittsburgh Steelers were the first team to win 3 Super Bowls. And remember, if you shoot an intruder outside your house, Be sure to drag him back inside before the police arrive.
This has been Fun Facts About the Super Bowl, brought to you by the NRA.
Oh, yes, just some more fun facts about the Super Bowl. I want you to enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow. Remember, halftime entertainment, Vanilla Ice. And if you want to come back next week, if you want to be a member of our audience, maybe in the weeks to come, call this number right here for tickets, because we'd love to have you, because you guys have wonderful amounts of fun, don't you?
Yeah!
Yeah! Oh, yeah. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Pizzeria Pagliacci, featuring traditional and gourmet pizza by the slice. Pizzeria Pagliacci, rated Seattle's best pizza.